Published 10:52 EDT, the 4th of September 2017. Updated 10:55 EDT, the 4th of September 2017. The office worker who was chatted up and kissed by soccer star Wayne Rooney before his drink-driving arrest has urged his livid wife to forgive him, saying, "Don't be mad at him, it wasn't that bad." Laura Simpson, a single mother of one, from Earlham, near Manchester, told Mail Online that she would have slept with Rooney if he had not been arrested behind the wheel of her VW Beetle car in the early hours of Friday morning. But she insists she's not a marriage wrecker and says her encounter with the footballer was only a bit of harmless fun. Today Rooney is said to be fighting for his marriage after his wife Coleen fled their £6 million mansion following a showdown over claims he kissed and cuddled Miss Simpson on a night out before being arrested. Mrs. Rooney, 31, who is pregnant with their fourth child, is believed to have confronted her husband over his drink-driving charge a night out with Miss Simpson, and told him, "The world is laughing at me because of you." Office worker Laura Simpson, pictured, who was chatted up and kissed by soccer star Wayne Rooney before his drink-driving arrest, has urged his livid wife to forgive him, saying, "Don't be mad at him, it wasn't that bad." Coleen feels her 9-year marriage is over while Everton ace Wayne doesn't know what to do with himself. The pair, pictured here in May 2016, are said to be in crisis. Mrs. Rooney, who has been with her husband of 9 years since they were 16 and stood by him when he was caught using prostitutes, is said to have broken down, yelling, "How could you do this to me while I'm pregnant? How could you be so stupid?" But now Miss Simpson, who split with her father of her 6-year-old daughter Lola when she was a baby, says she believes Mrs. Rooney should forgive the Everton ace. Miss Simpson said, "I can understand her being mad with him over the arrest. That was stupid, and on reflection he should never have driven my car, but he didn't seem to be over the limit. But she can't blame him for anything that happened with me because nothing did really, although we would have ended up SG no doubt. What we did was only a bit of harmless fun." As pregnant, Mrs. Rooney is being urged by friends to dump her love-cheat husband. Miss Simpson revealed it was a kiss and cuddle, nothing more. Speaking to Mail Online shortly before furious Mrs. Rooney called Miss Simpson demanding to know the truth, she said, "I was caught up in the moment. I wasn't thinking about his wife at the time, and nor was he." Miss Simpson, pictured on Friday as the single mother whose car was being driven by Wayne Rooney when he was pulled over. "We can see it looks bad, but it wasn't really, and she must be mad at me and him." Property development company sales manager Miss Simpson, 29, told how Mrs. Rooney, 31, pregnant with the couple's fourth child, has tried to befriend her on social media to check me out. Rooney was driven home by his agent and was pictured making a call after he was released on bail, charged with drink driving, on Friday afternoon before the showdown phone call on Saturday afternoon. Miss Simpson said, "I've had an Instagram request from an unknown number seeking to share my profile and pictures. People are telling me it could be Wayne's wife. I can understand. She's curious about me and furious, but I don't really want her checking me out, so I deleted the request." Humiliated Mrs. Rooney is fuming that the pretty reveler left a nightclub in a cab with her husband and he later got behind the wheel of her Volkswagen Beetle, which led to his drink-drive arrest. She had been on holiday in Mallorca, Spain, with her 3 sons, while the former England captain was getting cozy with Miss Simpson. Brunette Miss Simpson admitted Rooney ogled her big false boobs, saying, "I'd like to get my hands on those," and they shared a drunken kiss and cuddle while partying in Wilmslow, Cheshire. But nothing happened while they were in her black Beetle away from prying eyes. She said, "We didn't get up to anything in the car, we just wanted to drive somewhere, I don't know where." Miss Simpson said she would have refused to have gone to the footballer's £6 million nearby mansion, saying, "As drunk as I was, that would have been inappropriate, although I'd love to have had a nosy at it." Simpson left with Rooney following a raucous night where the footballer center was seen dancing on tables and singing Oasis songs. Coleen Rooney is pictured showing off her baby bump in Mallorca, Spain. Right, Coleen Rooney was photographed leaving her parents' house after she returned home to confront her football star husband Wayne and reportedly screamed at him, "The world is laughing at me because of you." The mother of 3, who is pregnant with the couple's fourth child, had visited her parents after Wayne was arrested on Friday morning. Coleen's father Tony was spotted outside his home and was later seen playing with their 3 children in the garden. Coleen left her £6 million mansion to be at home with her father left. Her son Kai was playing football in the garden. She told how she has never been a fan of the ex-Manchester United player, but admitted after meeting him for the first time on Thursday night, "He's fun to be with and he's got good banter and he's not that bad looking either. I enjoyed chatting and drinking with him, and not because he's Wayne Rooney, he was like a normal fella." Miss Simpson told Mail Online he never discussed his pregnant wife or his feelings on becoming a dad again or football. Coleen Rooney made an extraordinary phone call to the woman at the center of husband Wayne's drink-driving arrest, demanding, "Tell me the truth. The former England captain's humiliated wife spoke to Laura Simpson for 5 minutes asking for a blow-by-blow account of what had taken place. She quizzed the 29-year-old about her claims that the Everton footballer had ogled Miss Simpson's breasts and that they had kissed. Mrs. Rooney made the call at 1 p.m. on Saturday, having contacted the party girl on the social media app Instagram before flying back from her holiday in Spain to confront her husband. Rooney was at the wheel of Miss Simpson's VW Beetle car when he was stopped by police and arrested in the early hours of Friday. They had met at the Symposium nightclub in Wilmslow, Cheshire, where Rooney was drinking with friends. Describing the polite conversation with Mrs. Rooney, Miss Simpson told The Sun, "She asked me to tell her what happened. She seemed unhappy with the fact that we had left a nightclub in a cab together to go to my car. She did say both of us were at fault for getting in the taxi and that we shouldn't have done that." Miss Simpson added she asked whether my car was parked outside the nightclub. "I told her at WASNT and that it was outside a friend's house and we had got a taxi to it. She asked, was your car not outside the front? I told her the truth, that at WASNT, and that we had left in a cab together to get my car which was parked outside a friend's. I apologized to her and she said, you have nothing to say sorry for." Despite having said she would have spent the night with Rooney, Miss Simpson assured his wife nothing like that happened. She later described Mrs. Rooney as looking very mumsy and didn't give her a second thought when she was being chatted up by her husband. Miss Simpson has since apologized to Mrs. Rooney and desperately tried to play down their frolics. The stoic wife told her, you have nothing to say sorry for. Mrs. Rooney and the couple's 3 sons are staying at the home of her parents Colette and Tony McLaughlin in Liverpool, leaving Rooney at their £6 million mansion in Prestbury, Cheshire. Mrs. Rooney's family are said to be refusing to talk to Wayne because she fears their children will be taunted at school this week over his drunken liaison with another woman. According to one friend, Mrs. Rooney feels her marriage is over while Everton ace Rooney doesn't know what to do with himself. Rooney is said to have told friends he fears that his marriage could be over after the events of Thursday night and the early hours of Friday. After a night out with friends including former Manchester United teammate Wes Brown, Everton striker Rooney left the Symposium nightclub in Wilmslow, Cheshire, with Miss Simpson at 1:30 a.m. on Friday. They took a taxi to pick up her convertible Beetle parked less than a mile away. Miss Simpson said Rooney drove because he was less intoxicated, but he was reportedly 3 times the drink-drive limit when police stopped the car. Rooney, 31, was charged with drink driving and will appear in court later this month. Mrs. Rooney, who is 4 months pregnant, then cut short a holiday in Majorca with sons Kai, 7, Clay, 4, and Kit, 1.5, returning by private jet on Friday and confronting Rooney at the marital home on Saturday. A source told The Sun things could change in the coming days, but as things stand, Coleen's had enough and it's finished. This was the final straw and she feels humiliated. She's planning to walk away. A friend of Wayne said Wayne doesn't know what to do with himself. He's had to apologize to Coleen for lots of things in the past, but this is looking like the toughest one yet. She is absolutely raging. According to The Sun, Coleen yesterday uploaded 2 poignant photos of her sons to her Instagram account with the caption, "No matter where I am they always follow me, and I hope that lasts forever." However, the post was nowhere to be seen on her social media profile last night. Mrs. Rooney earlier phoned the party girl who is at the center of her husband's drink-drive arrest shame and demanded that she told her the truth. After their tense phone call, Ms. Simpson told The Sun on Sunday, she asked me to tell her what happened. She seemed unhappy with the fact that we had left a nightclub in a cab together to go to my car. After calling Ms. Simpson, Mrs. Rooney told her she had nothing to be sorry for, but her friends say she is angrier than ever. She believes something may have happened between her husband and Miss Simpson had police not pulled him over. Rooney is worth more than £80 million, and should the couple split, it could spark a tense divorce battle worth millions. But despite her fury, some pals believe Mrs. Rooney will give the marriage one last go, with one friend saying only time will tell whether they can rebuild their marriage. Coleen thinks she's the one who has kept the marriage together. Miss Simpson, spotted on Friday, just hours after Rooney's arrest, in Cheshire left. She said it was a mad few hours before the arrest. It was revealed that Coleen Rooney rang the party girl after flying back to the UK from Majorca, Spain. Furious, Coleen hit out the 29-year-old who was with her husband when he was arrested for drink driving while behind the wheel of her Volkswagen Beetle yesterday after news of her night with the star broke. Ms. Simpson, pictured, also claimed Rooney's friend threatened her by text message, "Don't dare sell your story to the papers. You know what will happen." Mrs. Rooney's confrontation with her husband came after Rooney was warned by his club that he would be transferred should he step out of line again. Miss Simpson claimed pregnant Coleen first contacted her through Instagram while she was still on holiday in Spain. Miss Simpson, who earns £40,000 a year as regional sales manager for a property developer, admitted she and the footballer wanted to be away from prying eyes and that they would perhaps spend the night together, but she insisted to Coleen that nothing happened. She seemed unhappy with the fact that we had left a nightclub in a cab together to go to my car and that we shouldn't have done that, she added. Miss Simpson was on a night out with friends at the Bubble Room when she spotted Rooney, but she says they did not speak until after her group and his moved to the Symposium bar, 2 miles away in Wilmslow. Rooney was pulled over just yards from Symposium and was released on bail. He is due to appear at Stockport Magistrates Court on September 18. It comes after Mile Online revealed that Ms. Simpson is a member of a sugar daddy website searching for a £6,000 a month man to financially dominate. On it, she describes herself as a bit of a doll with plenty of time for fun on seeking arrangement and revealed to us she would have shushed the footballer had police not pulled them over. She claimed, "I was up for it and so was he until he got arrested for drink driving. It spoiled the night." Ms. Simpson signed up for website seeking arrangement, which allows for so-called sugar babies to be financially compensated for spending time with older men, just 2 weeks before her late-night tryst with Rooney. That night ended with the footballer being pulled over in her VW Beetle in the early hours of Friday morning before being arrested on suspicion of drink driving while taking the office worker home. After news of her night with the star broke, Ms. Simpson also claimed yesterday that a friend of Rooney threatened her by text message, "Don't dare sell your story to the papers. You know what will happen. Yeah, I'll be making more for him and he doesn't need it." Ms. Simpson, pictured left and right, signed up for the website which allows so-called sugar babies to be financially compensated for spending time with older men, just 2 weeks before her late-night tryst with Rooney. Pictured are two of her profile images from the site. Laura Simpson, 29, described herself as a bit of a doll with plenty of time for fun while advertising herself to potential lovers on her seeking arrangement profile. Pictured Rooney, England's all-time record goal scorer, was stopped by police on Thursday night. Stock photograph: Rooney was driving Ms. Simpson's VW Beetle, above, when he was pulled over by police after the night out in Alderley Edge, Cheshire. Ms. Simpson downed Prosecco and vodka in a whirlwind night with the star striker in Alderley Edge, Cheshire, in the hours before the footballer's arrest. He allegedly ogled the tipsy reveller's breasts, grinning, "What size are they? Are they real? I'd like to get my hands on them." She added, "I'm dreading going into work on Monday. They'll all be talking about me and Wayne, but nothing really happened, just a kiss and squeeze, but I've had these threatening texts from a friend of Wayne's, which is worrying." The former England and Manchester United star spent his Thursday night in the Bubble Room in Alderley Edge, pictured, where he met with Laura Simpson. Ms. Simpson left and right recorded a selfie video of her partying while on holiday with her friend, and posted it on her Twitter page. She claimed, "I wasn't thinking about his wife Coleen and neither was he. He didn't even mention her or the new baby she's expecting. All the footballers are the same and I have stories about a few household and upon-coming names. They're just after one thing only." On her sugar daddy profile, Ms. Simpson begs for a luxury lifestyle while boasting of her love of holidays in far-flung destinations such as Marbella and the Greek island of Mykonos. The mother of one describes her lifestyle expectations as substantial, with potential suitors given a guide price of £6,000 per month for her company, but is happy to keep her schedule flexible and travel for dates. The office worker pictured on holiday said Rooney had been paid off when he was pulled over by police around 2 a.m. Ms. Simpson, pictured, described the night as a mad few hours and admitted that it may not have been wise for Rooney to drive her home under the name Laura. Ms. Simpson wrote on the website, "I am hardworking, with plenty of time for fun, which can be something outdoorsy. Not scared of dirt, but I am definitely a bit of a doll, like getting dressed up, going to enjoy nice food, wine and good company. Holidays play a big part of my life. Dubai, Marbella and Ibiza being the usual spots I wanted to go. Mykonos, anyone up for it?" The office worker has also sent Twitter messages to Hollywood actors begging for dates, including British heartthrob Ed Westwick, who starred in the series Gossip Girl. She repeatedly tweeted celebrity Big Brother star Kirk Norcross asking him to be her boyfriend, then branded him ignorant for failing to reply. Rooney was photographed smiling next to fan Jack McIver in the Bubble Room bar in Alderley Edge, Cheshire, last night. Around 4 hours later, Rooney was arrested. However, she denies trying to snare the ex-England captain, telling Mile Online he did all the chasing and was up for some fun while the wife was away. "I did nothing wrong. I'm single and a girl with needs." Barbie doll Laura boasts of having fake 32E boobs, hair extensions, false eyelashes and splashes out on Botox and lip enhancers, and hates being seen in public without a full face of makeup. She said, "I can only operate properly when the makeup and hair is done." Laura told how she has been bombarded with messages and calls from her friends, her daughter's dad who she is separated from, and her parents who live in Spain. Rooney Centre had been hanging out with former Manchester United teammate Wes Brown left on the night before he drove off with Ms Simpson. Her encounter with the ex-Manchester United and now Everton ace has whipped up a media frenzy over former bad boy Rooney. She said, "My mum will kill me when she finds out. I daren't pick up the phone to her." She was on a night out with friends at the Bubble Room when she spotted Rooney, but she says they did not speak until after her group and his move to the Symposium bar, 2 miles away in Wilmslow. She said there was a big group and the drinks were flowing. "I ended up talking to Wayne about this and that and we were having a right laugh. He kept admiring my boobs, saying I'd like to get my hands on them. I'm a single girl and I'm allowed to have some fun. I was swept away with the moment, but I wasn't awestruck. I'm not a marriage wrecker. It was all playful fun and it had loads to drink. We had a kiss, a hug, some banter, harmless fun." When the bar was closing, one of Wayne's pals came up to me and said, "You know Wayne likes the look of you and wants to go somewhere with you." Coleen Rooney was photographed in Mallorca showing off her baby bump left after she confirmed the couple are expecting their 4th child together. Rooney, 31, was charged with drink driving yesterday after being pulled over while taking single mother Ms Simpson home from the Bubble Room in her Volkswagen Beetle. "I said, yeah, okay. I was told to meet him outside in a waiting taxi which had been called. It was about 1:15 a.m. We arranged for the taxi to drop us at my friend's house where I had left my car earlier." She added, "The taxi dropped us off. It was a 5-minute ride or so and Wayne paid. We didn't go into the house but decided to drive off into the night. We had no idea where we were going." 1 p.m. Wayne Rooney leaves training in Halewood, Merseyside. 4 p.m. Diners spot Rooney eating at Italian restaurant Piccolino in Elderly Edge. One posted on Facebook casually sitting next to Wayne Rooney. 10 p.m. County cricketer Jack McIver takes pictures with Rooney at Bubble Room in Elderly Edge. 2 a.m. Revelers say they saw Wes Brown and Wayne Rooney partying at Symposium in Wilmslow into the early hours. Just after 2 a.m. Rooney is arrested by Cheshire Police just outside Symposium. 1:20 p.m. Police confirm Rooney has been charged with driving whilst over the prescribed limit. Ms Simpson said, "I felt safe with Wayne. His driving was okay. We were on the road for 1,015 minutes, and then we thought we saw flashing police lights so Wayne slowed down. He wasn't speeding, and stopped at the side of the road. There were 2 officers, I think, and Wayne looked really worried. He turned and said to me, I'm sorry, yeah, I'll be okay, I'm getting out of here." On reflection, he was foolish for driving me car if he was over the limit. It was silly. She told The Sun Wayne was PD right off and really worried about it. It all happened so fast. It was a whirlwind. I don't know if it's because I was that drunk, but he didn't seem that drunk to me. Rooney posed for selfies with fans at a host of bars and restaurants near his Prestbury home before attempting to drive home in a black car owned by the 29-year-old office worker from Earlham, Greater Manchester, just after 2 a.m. Some 10 hours earlier he met up with former Manchester United teammate Wes Brown and Burnley defender Phil Bardsley's younger brother to begin their night. The trio went for a meal at Italian restaurant Piccolino in Elderly Edge at around 4 p.m. and then moved on to the plush Bubble Room bar where they partied until 10 p.m. Ms Simpson pictured spent the night drinking with Rooney before she got a taxi back to her car with him, which he then drove. Ms Simpson, pictured with a friend on the night she met Rooney, said, "I felt safe with Wayne. His driving was okay. We were on the road for 1,015 minutes, and then we thought we saw flashing police lights so Wayne slowed down. He wasn't speeding, and stopped at the side of the road." Onlookers saw the trio singing and dancing to local band Funky Treacle, who were playing Oasis covers, and Rooney was seen bellowing their rendition of Wonderwall at around 10 p.m. Ms Simpson is believed to have been introduced to Rooney in the Bubble Room cocktail bar where they had a laugh drinking Prosecco and vodka together. She claims the footballer left through the back of the bar and ordered them a taxi to her car. Coleen, who has 3 sons with Rooney, is said to be livid and embarrassed having learned of Thursday night's antics. A source close to the couple said her friends have grown increasingly concerned at his behavior over the last couple of months. Coleen has previously put him on a final warning to shape up, and this has emphasized the need for real change, the source told The Sun. After his arrest, he spent almost 12 hours in cells before being bailed and driven home by his agent Paul Stratford while making stony-faced phone calls on his mobile. In the early hours of Friday morning, the group were seen inside the late-night cocktail bar Symposium in the nearby town of Wilmslow, just 2 miles away. The venue is owned by Hollyoaks actor Ashley Taylor Dawson. "You're a chubby hoe woman who partied with Wayne Rooney" is slammed for fat-shaming trolls who slated her for her drunken night with the footballer. Rebecca Taylor, the brunette who partied with Wayne Rooney before he was arrested for drink driving, has hit out at trolls on Twitter as she proclaims herself thick-skinned. Laura Simpson, 29, was seen drinking Prosecco with the Everton star during a night out in Alderley Edge, Cheshire. He later drove her black VW Beetle, offering to see her safely home, and was pulled over by police. Rooney, 31, was charged with drink driving and will appear in magistrate's court later this month. In a Twitter rampage which she has since deleted, she called one person a chubby hoe. Laura Simpson has been targeted by trolls on Twitter after she allowed Wayne Rooney to drive her car when they had been drinking. Simpson was on a night out with friends in Cheshire when she met Rooney in a bar and headed on to the next place he was going to, 2 miles away. Trolls have targeted her on Twitter since the night with Wayne Rooney, but she's told people she is thick-skinned before her night out with the footballer. Sky tweeted about looking forward to her drinks with friends having missed out over the bank holiday weekend. According to the Mirror, she said, "No one ruined your life publicly. Stop trying to annihilate me, you chubby hoe." She then retweeted her sister, who had written "pathetic little cs who don't know us," tagging then deleting tweets about "my sister. F off PPAN face you ugly C." She retweeted a supporter who wrote, "Buckle up my love, you're in for a rough ride, keep your friends close in your head." Simpson, an office worker, also retweeted a gif from the film Bruce Almighty, in which Bruce struggles to answer prayers sent as emails. It was captioned, "Trying to keep up with my group messages this evening." Coleen had been on holiday in Mallorca when Rooney had gone out with former teammates in Alderley Edge before her night out. The 29-year-old said she was looking forward to going out and drinking, having stayed in drinking green tea throughout the bank holiday weekend. One troll told her thick-skinned or just brazen disgusting. Former England captain Rooney, 31, was charged with drink driving yesterday after being pulled over while allegedly taking single mother Ms. Simpson home in her Volkswagen Beetle. The Everton star's pregnant wife Coleen, 31, was on holiday in Mallorca while he was partying near their £6 million home on Thursday night. She has since been seen at their home after flying back by private jet on Friday.